Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Oh, Hare
Look,
Krishna.
Prabhu.
Dandat Pranam. Jai Shri Prabhupada. Hari Bol. Welcome
Can I
to
do Haribol Prabhu? And that Pranam,
Thank
Prabhu.
you, bro. I see him in every session now. Very good.
Can I chant Sami Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhu.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Agyanatimirandasya Gyananjaya Shalakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaisnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunatan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishaka Vitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanu Shute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanibhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Nityanamine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gaurvani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shadvaita Gadadara Shivashadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hari Bol. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Okay, so today we are gonna read about Akrura's arrival to Vrindavan. Last chapter was killing Keshi demon and Vyomasura, if I remember right. We did read it. So how did the Keshi demon die? Did did we really read the Keshi demon? Yes, Prabhu, we did. Okay, let's see.
Wait, we read past that section with the Sankara and Sankasura. Sankasura.
Yes, Prabhu. Chat Prabhu was smiling there. 3393. Yes, Prabhu, we did read. Oh, what is this?
Kamsa very politely shook hands with him. Hindrances is petal brain for you. Kamsa was speaking.
Prabhu, what's happening? Wow.
We only read how many pages it is? Oh, I forgot. This is weird. 1, 2. We didn't read this part. We discussed.
Prabhu.
Yeah, we were discussing the other thing about what was the name? Yes, Prabhu.
I'm saying I wish we could have 10 minutes today, hey, to share a little bit of scriptures because tomorrow is Ishtagoshti and you never know what might happen.
Yes, Prabhu, but I think tomorrow we don't have the debate. I'm not sure. We have kirtan, we have artwork, and then we have
Do you want Bhagavad Gita sharing?
what, Prabhu?
Is there Bhagavad Gita sloka reciting?
No, Prabhu.
From Gita? Oh.
No, tomorrow is no sloka. I also asked it today from Kartik. So what
Okay, Prabhu.
thing we discussed yesterday after reading session? It was about the About the head. He touched the head. What was his name?
Vritashura.
Yes, Pramo. Vikasura. Okay, so today we read Killing of Keshi Demon and Vyamasura. Okay, I read one page, then someone can continue.
Mm.
Chapter 36, Killing the Keshi Demon and Vyamasura. After being instructed by Kamsa, the demon Keshi assumed the form of a terrible horse. He entered the area of Vrindavan, his great mane flying and his hoofs digging up the earth. He began to whinny and terrify the whole world. Krishna saw that the demon was terrifying all the residents of Vrindavan with his whinnying and his tail wheeling in the sky like a big cloud. Krishna could understand that the horse was challenging him to fight. The Lord accepted his challenge and stood before the Keshi demon. As he called him to fight, the horse began to proceed towards Krishna, making a horrible sound like a roaring lion. Keshi rushed toward the Lord with great speed and tried to trample him with his legs, which were strong, forceful, and as hard as stone. Krishna, however, immediately caught hold of his legs and thus baffled him. Being somewhat angry, Krishna began to move around the horse dexterously. After a few rounds, he threw him up 100 yards away, just as Garuda throws a big snake. Thrown by Krishna, the horse immediately passed out. But after a little while, he regained consciousness and with great anger and force rushed toward Krishna again, this time with his mouth open. Yeah, they have copied this also to all the kids movies where there is a fighting scene, then the bad guy gets thrown, and then he gets up again and goes fighting. As soon as Keshi reached him, Krishna pushed his left hand within the horse's mouth. The horse felt great pain because the hand of Krishna felt to him like a hot iron rod. Immediately his teeth fell out. Krishna's hand within the mouth of the horse at once began to inflate, and Keshi's throat choked up. As the great horse began to suffocate, perspiration appeared on his body, and he began to throw his legs hither and thither. As his last breath came, his eyeballs bulged in their sockets, and he passed stool and urine simultaneously. Thus the vital force of his life expired. When the horse was dead, his mouth became loose and Krishna could extract his hand without difficulty. He did not feel any surprise that the Keshi demon was killed so easily, but the demigods were amazed, and of their great appreciation they offered Krishna greetings by showering flowers. Okay, Haribo, who wants to continue for the next pages?
Can I do, Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhu.
Wait. What the last line? What was it, Prabhu? Yes. After this incident, Narada Muni, the greatest of all devotees, came to see Krishna in a solitary place and began to talk with him. My dear Lord Krishna, he said, you are the unlimited super soul, the supreme controller of all mystic powers, the Lord of the whole universe, the all-pervading personality of Godhead. You are the resting place of the cosmic manifestation, the master of all the devotees, and the Lord of everyone. My dear Lord, as the super soul of all living entities, you remain concealed within their hearts, exactly as fire remains concealed in every piece of fuel. You are the witness of all the activities of the living entities, and you are the supreme controller within their hearts. You are self-sufficient. Before the creation, you existed, and by your energy you have created the whole material universe. According to your perfect plan, this material world is created by the interaction of the three modes of nature, and by you they are maintained and annihilated. Although you are unaffected by all these activities, you are the supreme controller eternally. My dear Lord, you have advented yourself on the surface of this world just to kill all the so-called kings who are actually demons. These hobgoblins are cheating people in the dress of the princely order. I'm laughing because Manu Prabhu, he said that Prabhupada said that there are many goblins in Philippines. That's why. You have advantaged yourself to fulfill your own statement that you come within this material world just to protect the principles of religion and annihilate unwanted miscreants. My dear Lord, I am therefore sure that the day after tomorrow I shall see demons like Charuna, Mushtika, and the other wrestlers and elephants, as well as Kamsa himself, killed by you. And I shall see this with my own eyes. After this, I hope I shall be able to see the killing of other demons like Shanka, Yavana, Mura, and Narakashura. I shall also see how you take away the Parijata flower from the kingdom of Even, and how you defeat the king of Even himself. My dear Lord, Narada Muni continued, I shall then be able to see how you marry princesses, the daughters of chivalrous kings, by paying the price of Kshatriya strength. Whenever Kshatriya wants to marry a very beautiful and qualified princess of a great king, he must fight his competitors and emerge victorious. Then he is given the hand of the princess in charity. I shall also see how you save King Riga from the hellish condition, said Narada Muni. This you shall enact in Dwarka. I shall also be able to see how you get your wife on the Shyamakanta jewel and how you save the son of a Brahmana from death after he has already been transferred to another planet. After this, I will be able to see you kill the Pondraka demon and burn to ashes the kingdom of Kashi. I will see how you kill the king of Chedi and Dantavraka in great fights on behalf of Maharaj Yudhishthir. Besides all of this, it will be possible for me to see many other chivalrous activities while you remain in Dwarka. And all these activities performed by your grace will be sung by great poets for all time. And at the battle of Kurukshetra, you will take part as a chariot driver of your friend Arjun. And as the invisible death incarnation, eternal time, you will vanquish all belligerents assembled there. I shall see a large number of military forces killed in the battlefield. My lord, let me offer my respectful obeisances unto your lotus feet. You are situated completely in the transcendental position in perfect knowledge and bliss. You are complete in yourself and are beyond all desires. By exhibiting your internal potency, you have set up the influence of Maya. Your unlimited potency cannot even be measured by anyone. My dear Lord, you are the supreme controller. You are under your own internal potency, and it is simply vain to think that you are dependent of any of your creations. You have taken birth in the Yadu dynasty of the Vrishni dynasty. Your advent on the surface of the earth in your original form of eternal blissful knowledge is your own pastime. You are not dependent on anything but yourself. Therefore, I offer my respectful obeisances unto your lotus feet. Narada Muni wanted to impress upon people in general that Krishna is fully independent. His activities, such as his appearance in the family of Yadu or his friendship with Arjun, do not necessarily oblige him to act to enjoy their results. They are all pastimes, and for him they are all play. But for us, they are actual, tangible facts. After offering respectful obeisances to Lord Krishna, Narada Muni took permission and left. After he had killed the Keshi friends in the forest, as though nothing had happened. Thus, Krishna is eternally engaged in transcendental activities in Vrindavan with his friends, the cowherd boys and gopis, but sometimes he exhibits the extraordinary prowess of the Supreme Personality of Godhead by killing different types of demons. Later that morning, Krishna went to play with his cowherd boy friends on the top of the Govardhan hill. They were imitating the play of the thief and police. Some of the boys became police constables, and some became thieves, and some took the roles of lambs. So I'm just taking a point that imitation in this world is also a reflection of Krishna imitating other people with his friends. Manu Prabhu, he knows what I'm speaking about. While they were thus enjoying their childhood pastimes, a demon known by the name of Vyomashura, the demon who flies in the skies, appeared on the scene. He was the son of another great demon named Maya. These demons can perform wonderful magic. Vyomashura took the part of a cowherd boy playing as a thief and stole many boys who were playing the part of lambs. One after another, he took away almost all the boys and put them in the caves of the mountain and sealed the mouths of the caves with stones. Krishna could understand the trick the demon was playing. Therefore, he caught up on him exactly as a lion catches hold of a lamb. The demon tried to expand himself like a heel to escape arrest, but Krishna did not allow him to get out of his clutches. He was immediately thrown on the ground with great force and killed, just as an animal is killed in the slaughterhouse. After killing the Vyoma demon, Lord Krishna released all his friends from the caves of the mountains. He was then praised by his friends and by the demigods for these wonderful acts. He again returned to Vrindavan with his cows and friends. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport of the 36th chapter of Krishna, killing the Keshi demon and Vyomashura. Haribo.
Haribo. Thank you so much, Prabhu.
Evil.
I remember one painting with Krishna. He's like imitating someone in the background, just behind him, and he makes a face. You see what is this pastime, Prabhu? Hmm? I see the painting.
Is it with the gopis?
I don't think so.
Hold on 1 second.
Okay, then we read about Akrura's arrival to Vrindavan. No, we lost Luke, Prabhu.
He said he's rejoining with his laptop.
Okay, okay.
I don't know why he had to leave from his phone. Anyway, he's coming back. That's all I need to know.
Yes, Prabhu. He can also read. Okay, who's gonna read then? Manu Prabhu or Lebohang Prabhu? Oh no, Lebohang Prabhu is maybe offering something. So maybe Manu Prabhu can read. Haribo.
Hare Krishna. Apuro's arrival in Vrindavan. Narada did not mention Krishna's killing Vyomasura, which means that he was killed on the same day as Kasi demon. The Kasi demon was killed in the early morning, and after that, the boys went to tend the cows in Govardhana Hill, and it was there that Vyomasura was killed. Both demons were killed in the morning. Akura, there he is. There's Luke. After this, I'll just pass it to him. Akura was requested by Kamasa to arrive in Vrindavan by evening. After receiving instructions from Kamasa, Akura stated the next morning via chariot for Vrindavan. Because Akura himself is a great devotee of the Lord, while going to Vrindavan, he began to praise the Lord. Devotees are always absorbed in thoughts of Krishna. Akura was constantly thinking of Lord Krishna's lotus eyes. He did not know what sort of pious activities he must have done to gain an opportunity to see Lord Krishna. Aghora thought if Krishna willed, he would be able to see him. Aghora considered himself most fortunate that he was going to see Krishna, whom he was confident that on that day all sinful reactions of his past life will be finished, and his fortunate human form of life will be successful. Aghora also considered that he was very much favored by Kamasa, who was sending him to bring back Krishna and Balarama, and thus enable him to see the Lord. Aghora continued to consider formally great sages and saintly persons are liberated from the material world simply by seeing the shining nails of the lotus feet of Krishna. That supreme personality Godhead has now come just like an ordinary human being. It is my great fortune to be able to see him face to face, Aghora thought. He was thrilled with the expectation of seeing the very lotus feet, which are worshipped by great demigods like Brahma, Narada, and Lord Shiva, which traverse the ground of Vrindavana and which touch the breasts of the gopis covered with tinge of kuma. He thought, I'm fortunate that I will be able to see those very lotus feet on which the day and recently, and certainly I shall be able to see the beautiful face of Krishna, which is marked on the forehead of those with on the forehead and the nose with Tilat. I shall also see his smile and his curling black hair. I can be sure of his opportunity because I can see today the deer are passing on the right side. Today it will be possible for me to actually see the beauty of the spiritual kingdom of Vishnu Loka, because Krishna is the supreme Vishnu, and he has invented himself out of his goodwill. He is a reservoir of all beauty. Therefore, my eyes will be fulfilled today. Okay, so Luke Prabhu, if you can just continue reading.
Well, I'll give it a try, but I'm not good at pronouncing those words, the Sanskrit words. All right. Akrura knew beyond doubt that Lord Krishna is the supreme Vishnu. Lord Vishnu glances over the material energy, and thus the cosmic manifestation comes into being. And although Lord Vishnu is the creator of this material world, he is free by his own energy from the influences of material energy. By his internal potency, he can pierce the darkness of material energy. Similarly, Krishna, the original Vishnu, by expansion of his internal potency, created the inhabitants of Vrindana. How do you say that? Vrindavana. And the Brahma, help me out. Samahita is. It is also confirmed that the paraphernalia of the abode Krishna are expansions of his eternal potency. The same eternal potency is exhibited on earth as Vrindavana, where Krishna enjoys himself with his parents and in the company of his friends, the cowherd boys and the gopis. By the statement of Akrura, it is clear that since Krishna is transcendental to the modes of material nature, the inhabitants of Vrindavana who are engaged in loving service of the Lord are also transcendental. Sorry for the hacking up those words there.
It's good, Prabhu. You read them nicely. Thank you. You can continue, Prabhu, for this page.
Okay. The highlighted section? Yeah. Okay. Akrura also considered the necessity of the transcendental pastimes of the Lord. He thought that the transcendental activities, instructions, and qualities and pastimes of Krishna are all for the good fortune of people in general. The people can remain constantly in Krishna consciousness by discussing the Lord's transcendental forms, qualities, pastimes, and paraphernalia. Is that what that word is? Paraphernalia, yeah. By doing so, the whole universe can actually live spaciously and advance peacefully. But without Krishna consciousness, civilization is but a decoration for the dead body. Well, that's pretty deep there. A dead body may be decorated very nicely, but without consciousness, such decorations are useless. Human society without Krishna consciousness is useless and lifeless. Akura thought that Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna has now appeared as one of the descendants of Vardu dynasty. The principles of religion are his enacted laws. Those who are abiding by such laws are the demigods, and those who are not abiding are demons. He has advented himself to give protection to the demigods who are very obedient to the laws of the Supreme Lord. The demigods and the devotees of the Lord take pleasure in abiding by the laws of Krishna, and Krishna takes pleasure in giving them all sorts of protection. These activities of Krishna, his protection of the devotees and killing the demons, as confirmed in the Bhagavad Gita, are always good for men to hear and narrate. The glorious activities of the Lord will ever increasingly be chanted by the devotees and demigods. Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is the spiritual master of all spiritual masters. He is the deliverer of all fallen souls and the proprietor of these worlds, of three worlds, eyes smeared with love of Godhead. Today I shall be able to see the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who by his transcendental beauty has attracted the goddess of fortune to live with him perpetually. As soon as I arrive in Verdavana, I will get down from this chariot and fall prostrate to offer my obeisances to the Supreme Lord, the master of the material nature and all living entities. The lotus feet of Krishna are always worshipped by great mystic yogis, so I shall also worship his lotus feet and become one of his friends in Vrindavana like the cowherd boys. When I bow down before Lord Krishna in this way, certainly he will place his fearless lotus hand on my head. His hand is offered to all conditioned souls who take shelter under his lotus feet. Krishna is the supreme goal of life for all people who fear material existence, and certainly when I see him, he will give me the shelter of his lotus feet. I am aspiring for the touch of his lotus feet, lotus-like hands on my head. In this way, Akura expected blessings from Lord Krishna. He knew that Indra, who is the king of heaven and master of the three worlds, the upper, middle, and lower planetary systems, was blessed by the Lord simply by his offering of little water, which Krishna accepted. Similarly, Bali Maharaja gave only 3 feet of land in charity to Vaman Deva, and he also offered a little water, which Lord Vaman Deva accepted. I feel like a fool trying to say that, and therefore Bali Maharaja attained the possession of Indra. When the gopis were dancing with Krishna in the rasa dance, they became fatigued, and Krishna smeared his hand, which is as fragrant as a lotus flower, over the pearl-like drops of perspiration on the faces of the gopis, and immediately they became refreshed. Thus, Akura was expecting benediction from that supreme hand of Krishna. Krishna hand is capable of bestowing benediction to all kinds of men if they take to Krishna consciousness. If one wants material happiness like the king of heaven, he can derive that benediction from the hand of Krishna. If one wants liberation from the pangs of material existence, he can also get benediction from the hand of Krishna. And if one in pure transcendental love for Krishna wants personal association and the touch of his transcendental body, he can also gain benediction from his hand. Akura was afraid, however, to being disrupted by Kamsa, the enemy of Krishna. He thought, I'm going to see Krishna as a messenger of the enemy. And at the same time, he thought, Krishna is in each and every heart as a super soul, so he must know my heart. Although Akura was trusted by the enemy of Krishna, his heart was clear. He was a pure devotee of Krishna. He risked Kamsa wrath just to meet Krishna. He was certain that although he was going as a representative of Kamsa, Krishna would not accept him as an enemy. Even though I am in a sinful mission, being disputed by Kasma, when I approach the Supreme Personality of Godhead, I shall stand before him with all humility and folded hands. Surely I will be pleased with he will be pleased with my devotional attitude, and maybe he will smile lovingly and look upon me, and therefore free me from all kinds of sinful reaction. I shall then be on the platform of transcendental bliss and knowledge. Since Krishna knows my heart, certainly when I approach him, he will embrace me. I am not only one of the members of the Yadu dynasty, I am an unalloyed pure devotee. By his merciful embrace, my body, my heart, and soul will be completely cleansed of the actions and reactions of my past life. When our bodies touch, I will immediately stand up with folded hands, with all humility. Certainly Krishna and Balarama will call me Akura, uncle, and at the time my whole life will be glorious, unless one is recognized by the Supreme Lord, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, his life cannot be successful. It is clearly stated here that one should try to recognize by the Supreme Personality of Godhead by one's service and devotion, without which the human form of life is condemned. As stated in the Bhagavad Gita, the Supreme Lord, Personality of Godhead, is equal to everyone. He has no friends and no enemies. He is inclined to a devotee who renders him service with devotional love. The Bhagavad Gita also declares that the Supreme Lord is responsive to the devotee service, devotional service rendered by the devotee. Akura thought that Krishna was like the desire tree in the heavenly planets, which gives fruits according to the desires of the worshipper. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is also the source of everything. A devotee must know how to render service unto him, and thus be recognized by him. In the Chaitanya Karat Amarata, it is therefore explained that one should serve both the spiritual master and Krishna simultaneously, and in that way make progress in Krishna consciousness. Krishna, under the direction of the spiritual master, is bona fide service because the spiritual master is the manifested representation of Krishna. Sri Vishvanatha Kar.
So this is Sri Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur.
Okay, yeah, says that when one satisfies the spiritual master, he satisfies the Supreme Lord. It is exactly like service in a government office. One has to work under the supervision of the departmental head. If the supervisor of the department is satisfied with the service of the particular person, a promotion and increase in pay will automatically come. Akura then thought, when Krishna and Balarama are pleased with my prayer, certainly they will take my hand, receive me within their homes, and offer me all kinds of respectable hospitalities, and they will surely ask me of the activities of Kamsa and his friends. In this way, Akura, who was the son of I don't know, guys. I'm sorry. So, Savalaka meditated on Sri Krishna on his journey from Mathura. He reached Vrindavana by the end of the day. Akura passed the whole journey without knowing how long it took. When he reached Vrindavana, the sun was setting. As soon as he entered the boundary of Vrindavana, he saw the footprints of the cows and Lord Krishna's footprints. Impressed with the signs of his soul, the flag, trident, thunderbolt, and lotus flower. Upon seeing the footprints of the Krishna, Akura immediately jumped down from the chariot out of respect and became overwhelmed with all the symptoms of ecstasy. He wept and his body trembled out of extreme jubilation upon seeing the dust touched by the lotus feet of Krishna, Akrura fell flat on his face and began to roll on the ground. Akrura's journey to Vrindavana is exemplary. One who intends to visit Vrindavana should follow the ideal footsteps of Akrura and always think of the pastimes and activities of the Lord. As soon as one reaches the boundaries of Vrindavana, he should immediately smear the dust of the Vrindavan. Is that how you say that? Vrindavan over his body without thinking of his material position and prestige. Oh boy.
Oh, Narottam Das Thakur.
Okay. Has sung in his celebration song,
Ishaya Chariye Kave Suddha Have Mana.
when my mind will be purified after leaving the contamination of material sense enjoyment, I shall be able to visit Vrindavan. Vrindavana. Actually, one cannot go to Vrindavana by purchasing a ticket. The process of going to Vrindavana is shown by Akrura. When Akrura entered Vrindavana, he saw Krishna and Balarama engaged in supervising the milking of the cows. Krishna was dressed in yellow garments and Balarama in bluish. Akrura also knew that Krishna's eyes were exactly like the beautiful grown lotus flowers of the autumn season. He saw both Krishna and Balarama in the spring of their youth. Although both were similarly in bodily features, Krishna was blackish in complexion, whereas Balarama was whitish. Both were the shelters of the goddess of fortune. They had well-constructed bodies, beautiful hands, and pleasing faces, and they were as strong as elephants. Now, after seeing their footprints, Akrura actually saw Krishna and Balarama face to face. Although they were the most influential personalities, they were glancing at him with smiling faces. Akrura could understand that both Krishna and Balarama had returned from tending cows in the forest. They had taken their baths and were dressed with fresh clothing and garlanded with flowers, necklaces made of valuable jewels. Their bodies were smeared with the pulp of sandalwood. Akrura greatly appreciated the aroma of flowers and sandalwood and their bodily appearance. He considered himself very fortunate to see Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and his planetary expansion, Balarama, face to face, for he knew that they were the original personalities of the creation. As stated in the Brahma Samhita, Krishna is this original personality of Godhead and the cause of all causes. Akrura could understand that the Supreme Personality of Godhead appeared personally for the welfare of his creation, to reestablish the principles of religion, and to annihilate the demons with their bodily effluence. I know the word, but I can't pronounce it. The brothers were dissipating all the darkness of the world, as if they were mountains of sapphire and silver. Without hesitation, Akrura immediately got down from his chariot and fell flat, just like a rod, before Krishna and Balarama. Upon touching the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he became overwhelmed with transcendental bliss. His voice choked up and he could not speak. Due to Krishna's transcendental presence, incessant torrents of tears fell from his eyes. He remained stunned in ecstasy, as if devoid of all powers to see and speak. Lord Krishna, who is very kind to his devotees, raised Akrura with his hand and embraced him. It appeared that Lord Krishna was very pleased with Akrura. Balarama also embraced Akrura. Taking him by the hand, Krishna and Balarama brought him to their sitting room, where they offered him a very nice sitting place and water for washing his feet. They also worshipped him with suitable presentations of honey and other ingredients. Heated, very palatable dishes of eatables, and Akrura accepted them. When Akrura finished eating, Balarama gave him betel, nut, and spices, as well as pulp and sandalwood, just to make him more pleased and comfortable. The Vedic system of receiving a guest was completely observed by Lord Krishna himself to teach all others how to receive a guest at home. It is a Vedic injunction that even if a guest is an enemy, he should be received so well that he does not apprehend any danger from the host. If the host is a poor man, he should at least offer a straw mat as a sitting place and a glass of water to drink. Krishna and Balarama welcomed Akura, just befitting his exalted position. After Akura was thus properly received and seated, Nada Maharaja, the foster father of Krishna, said, "My dear Akura, what shall I inquire from you? I know that you are being protected by Kamsa, who is most cruel and demonic. His protection is just like the slaughterhouse keeper's protection of animals he will kill in the future. Kamsa is so selfish that he has killed the sons of his own sister. So how can I honestly believe that he is protecting the citizens of Mathura? This statement is most significant. If the political or executive heads of the state are simply interested in themselves, they can never look after the welfare of the citizens. As Nanda Maharaja spoke to Akura with pleasing words, Akura forgot all the fatigue of his day journey from Mathura to Vrindavana. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta report of the 13th chapter of Krishna, Akura's arrival in Vrindavana.
Haribol, thank you so much, Prabhu.
Yes, Haribol.
Okay, so tomorrow we continue from chapter 38 or Sunday. I'm not sure if we have time tomorrow, but let's see. Okay, now let's read 6 Astakam prayers.
All right.
चेतो दर्पणमार्जनं भवमहादावाग्निर्वापनं श्रेयः कैरवचन्द्रिकावितरणं विद्यावादुजीवनम् आनन्दं बुद्धिवर्धनं प्रतिपदं पूर्णामृतस्वादनं सर्वात्मा स्नपनं परं विजयते श्रीकृष्णसङ्कीर्तनम्. Manu Prabhu, Bhang Prabhu, oh Hare Krishna, Shivranj Prabhu, and who's this? Zero Prabhu, Tandar Pranam Jai Shri Prabhupada. Is Zero Prabhu, is he Pranjal Prabhu or is he some new person?
Oh no, I think it's some new person that I know, and he's very shy. Eh? I don't think he'll open the mic and the photo yet, the video call yet.
Oh, so he's not Pranjal
It's
Prabhu.
from South Africa too.
Oh, really? Haribol.
Yes, yes.
Very nice, very
I
nice.
texted you earlier on.
Yes, Prabhu. Okay, that's very nice.
Yes, yes.
Okay, do you want to read the second one?
Okay. Nam nam akaribahuda nijaye nakalaha etadrishi twava kripa bhagavan mama pi durdaiva midrisham ehai jina nuragraha Trinadapi sunichena taro api sahishnuna amanina manadena kirtaniya sadahari.
Nadanam na janam na sundarim kavitam va jagadisha kamaye mama janmani janmanishvare bhavatad bhaktirahai tuki tvayi.
Where's Manu Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhu, he's
Ainanda tanujakin karam patitam mam vishame bhavam bado kripaya tvavapada pakaja stitadu lisadrisham vichintaya. Haribol Shiravaranj Prabhu. Please accept humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
yes, Prabhu.
Bhaktajad Prabhu.
Nayanam Garadushradarayam Badanam Gadgadarudaya Gira Puraker Nishitam Vapu Kada Tavanamagrahane Bhavishyati.
युगायितं निमेषेण चक्षुषा प्राविर्शायितं शून्यायितं जगत् सर्वं गोविन्दविरहेण मे
Asisleva padaratam pinastumam adarshanam marmam hatam karotu va yata tata va vidatu lang pato mat prananatastu sa eva narpanaha.
Haribo.
Prabhu, I offered both and it's like exceeding 15 minutes now, but it's fine. I just want to finish up reading.
Glory to the Sri Krishna Sankirtan, which cleanses the heart of all the dust accumulated for years and extinguishes the fire of conditional life of repeated birth and death. This Sankirtan movement is the prime benediction for humanity at large because it spreads the rays of the benediction moon. It is the life of all transcendental knowledge. It increases the ocean of transcendental bliss and it enables us to fully taste the nectar for which we are always anxious.
O my Lord, your holy name alone can render all benedictions to living beings, and thus you have hundreds and millions of names like Krishna and Govinda. In these transcendental names, you have invested all your transcendental energies. There are not even hard and fast rules for chanting these names. O my Lord, out of kindness, you enable us to easily approach you by your holy names, but I am so unfortunate that I have no attraction for them. Where is everyone today?
Yes, Prabhu. Look, Prabhu, you can also read these. I think that's both. One should chant the holy name of the Lord in a humble state of mind, thinking oneself lower than the star in the street. One should be more tolerant than a tree, devoid of all sense of false prestige, and should be ready to offer all respect to others. In such a state of mind, one can chant the holy name of the Lord constantly.
Almighty Lord, I have no desire to accumulate wealth, nor do I desire beautiful women, nor do I want any number of followers. I only want your causeless devotional service, birth after birth. Manu Prabhu, Luke Prabhu.
Yes, Jet Prabhu also disappeared again. He read one. He read one and he disappeared.
He's gone.
O son of Maharaj Nanda, Krishna, I am your eternal servitor. Somehow or other,
here.
fallen into the ocean of birth and death. Please pick me up from this ocean of death and place me as one of the atoms at your lotus feet.
I
Okay,
think Luke is back.
Look, Prabhu can read this.
Sorry, my mic wasn't working.
No problem.
You want me to read? Is that what you said?
Yes, Prabhu, you can read
Yes,
this.
All right. Oh my Lord, when will my eyes be decorated by with tears of love flowing constantly when I chant your holy name? When will my voice choke up, and when will the hairs of my body stand on end at the recitation of your name? Oh Govinda, feeling your go ahead, sorry.
Oh, Govinda, feeling your separation. I am considering a moment to be like 12 years or more. Tears are flowing from my eyes like torrents of rain, and I am feeling all vacant in the world in your absence.
Okay, look, Prabhu, you can read this 8. Okay, I know no one but Krishna as my Lord, and he shall remain so, even if he handles me roughly by his embrace, or makes me broken-hearted by not being present before me. He is completely free to do anything and everything, for he is always my worshipful Lord, unconditionally. Haribol, Ram ki jai.
Jai.
Okay, today we read 8 more verses.
What?
Today we read 8 more verses.
I'm sure it's from Damundarane.
Yes, Prabhu. Should we read
Please send me this. I don't have this one.
Should we read the Sanskrit or should we just read translation? Okay, we can read the Sanskrit.
Yeah, translation.
What did you say, Prabhu?
I think it's kind of hard. I'm saying like I think the Sanskrit is kind of hard because I have never practiced it, eh?
Learn this
But I was
from.
singing it today, by the way.
Yes. Okay, We can read it one by one, and you can learn the tune also. First one is Namamishwaram Satchidanandarupam Lasatkundalam Gokule Prajamanam Yashodabiyo Lukaladavamanam Pramarishtamajanta Todrutya Gopya. That's like the tune.
Oh.
Rudantam muhurnetrayukmam rejantam karambojayugmena shatankanetram muhusvasakam trirekhankakanta stitagrevam damodaram bhaktipadam iti driksvalila birananda kunde Swagosham nimajantam akyapayantam Tadiyeshitagneshu bhaktarjitatvam punah prematastam chattavritti vande Varam deva moksham na mokshavadim va na chanyam rineham vareshadapiha Idam deva purnata gopala balam sada me manasya virastam kimanye idam te mukham bojamatyantani lairvritam kundalai snigdha raktaischa gopya muhushchumbitam bimba raktadaram me manasa virastamalam lakshalabai Namo Deva Damodarananda Vishnu Prasida Prabhu Dukha Jalabdimagnam Kripa Drishti Vrishyati Dinam Batanu Grihane Shama Magnam Edi Akshi Drishya Uveratmajo Padam Ruchai Vayadva Tvajamochito Bhakti Bhajau Krito Cha Tata prema bhaktim svakam me priyacha namokshe graho mesti damodareha. Namaste studamne spuradiptidamne tvadiyodarayata visvasya damne. Namo radhikayai tvadiya priyayai namo nandalilaya devaya tubhyam. Okay,
Haribo.
we will read this after this whole month after the reading session. So you can
Okay, Prabhu.
Haribo. So Hare Krishna Pranjal Prabhu Tandat Pranam Jai Shri Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna Pranjal Prabhu, please accept humble obeisances, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Oh, on the Mundara's day he appears, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu. In his original form. Today there was no incarnation on Spotify or something. Okay, Prabhu, you can read the first one. Or okay, I can read. To the Supreme Lord, whose form is the embodiment of eternal existence, knowledge and bliss, whose shark-shaped earrings are swinging to and fro, who is beautifully shining in the divine realm of Gokula, who I, due to the offense of breaking the pot of yogurt that his mother was churning into butter and then stealing the butter that was kept hanging from a swing, is quickly running from the wood and grinding mortar in fear of Mother Yashoda, but who has been caught from behind by her, who run after him with greater speed. To that Supreme Lord Sri Damo that I offer my humble obeisances.
Let me. Seeing the whipping stick in his mother's hands, he is crying and rubbing his eyes again and again with his two lotus hands. His eyes are filled with fear, and the necklace of pearls around his neck, which is marked with 3 lines like a conch shell, is shaking because of his quick breathing due to crying. To this Supreme Lord, Sri Damundara, whose belly is bound not with ropes but with his mother's pure love, I offer my humble obeisances.
Who's next? By such childhood pastimes as this, he is drowned the inhabitants of Gokula in the pools of ecstasy and is revealing to those devotees who are absorbed in knowledge of his supreme majesty and opulence that he is only conquered by devotees whose pure love is imbued with intimacy and is free from all conception of awe and reverence. With great love, I again offer my obeisances to Lord Damodara hundreds and hundreds of times. People who wants to read. O Lord, although you are able to give all kinds of benedictions, I do not pray to you for the boon of impersonal liberation, nor the highest liberation of eternal life in Vaikunta, nor any other boon which may be obtained by executing the 9 processes of bhakti. O Lord, I simply wish that this form of yours as Bala Gopala in Vrindavan may ever be manifested in my heart. For what is the use of me to me of any other boon besides this? O Lord, your lotus face, which is encircled by locks of soft black hair tinged with red, is kissed again and again by Mother Yashoda with your lips, and your lips are reddish like the bimba fruit. May this beautiful vision of your lotus face be ever manifest in my heart. Thousands of other benedictions are of no use to me. O Supreme Godhead, I offer my obeisances unto you, O Damodara, O Ananta, O Vishnu, O Master. O my Lord, be pleased upon me, be showering your glance of mercy upon me. Deliver this poor ignorant fool who is immersed in an ocean of worldly sorrows, and become visible to my eyes. O Lord Damodar, just as the 2 sons of Kuvera, Manigriva and Nalakuvara, were delivered from the curse of Narada and made into great devotees by you in your form as a baby tied with rope to a wooden grinding mortar, in the same way, please give to me your own prema bhakti. I only long for this and have no desire for any kind of liberation. O Lord Damodar, I first of all offer my obeisances to the brilliant effulgent robe which binds your belly. I then offer my obeisances to your belly, which is the abode of the entire universe. I humbly bow down to your most beloved Srimati Radharani, and I offer all obeisances to you and the Supreme Lord, who displays unlimited pastimes. Damodarastakam ki jai. Haribol.
Prabhu, I actually made a mess with my sadhana. Hey, like I forgot which days I filled in and which ones I did not fill in.
You can see it from the list at the bottom. You can see.
Oh, really?
Yes, Prabhu, there's the list. Type your name there and it shows you what you had filled.
Okay, I will go check it out. The first offense, to blaspheme the devotees who have dedicated their lives for propagating the holy name of the Lord. To blaspheme to consider names of the demigods like Lord Shiva and Lord Brahma to be equal to or independent of the holy names of the Lord. And then the third one, to disobey the orders of the spiritual master or thinking him as an
Ordinary person.
ordinary person. Sorry, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu. Look, Prabhu, you can also read if you want. These are the 10 offenses to the holy name.
Okay.
Oh, to blaspheme the... Oh. I forgot
To
Luke is in here.
Go. Yeah, sorry, Prabhu. To blaspheme the Vedic scriptures or scriptures in pursuance to the Vedic version, to consider the glories of chanting Hare Krishna to be an imagination, to give some interpretations to the holy name of the Lord, to commit sinful activities on the strength of the holy name. 8, to consider the chanting of Hare Krishna as one of the auspicious ritualistic activities which are offered in the Vedas as fruitative activities, karma kunda. To instruct a faithless person about the glories of his holy name. To not have complete faith in the chanting of the holy name and to maintain material attachments even after understanding so many instructions on this matter. And attentive would be achieve desired success. Krishna Prima.
Ibo.
Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhu bhayevacha paritanam pavanibhyo Vishnavebhyo namo namaha.
Namo Namaha. Ananda Gaudiya Vaishnava
Hari Bol.
Jai, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai, Nitai Premanande, Hari Hari Bol.